6 students of university students entered at the apartment. Well, later in apartment at 11th floor, room number L75, and they started playing guitar and dancing, Your Honor, of which he went and warned them that they stopped making the noise. Later, Your Honor, the same they came out of the house, the said room, Your Honor, they proceeded to their town within Ngara. While still on duty, the same guard, he had a big bang. Upon moving to where he had that sound, Your Honor, he found the body of one Lorna Kathambi Karani, aged 23 years, a 4th-year student at Daystar University, lying dead on the ground. Your Honor, since he's the guard, security guard at the gate, Your Honor, he had earlier identified all the respondents whom were in a company of the deceased, Your Honor. That's when he made a report to police. Police rushed to the scene and found actually the body was lying at the ground floor. Investigation started. Your Honor, police proceeded to the house of the first respondent who has hosted them, and he found he was asleep in a company of 50 respondents, Your Honor. The search was conducted. Immediately, we managed to recover clothes of the deceased, mobile phone, make Nokia, plus the ID card and rings. And, Your Honor, they lead us to another room where we went and found the other respondents. And, Your Honor, the investigation began, Your Honor. Focusing on that, Your Honor, since it is an incident which occurred and due to the 24 hours, Your Honor, and this is the life of a person that has gone, Your Honor, I'm humbly seeking for the custodial orders so that we can detain the 7, whereby, Your Honor, we'll be able to cover some areas, e.g. the CCTV footage, which will require our personnel from DCI headquarters to extract, which will guide us for the events of the movement and what transpired, Your Honor. Second, Your Honor, is we'll have to forward their phones to the cybercrime to establish if there was any conflicts between them. Since, Your Honor, this is the life of a person, and after she was found dead, no one was there, or among no one had reported either to police or the management. Further, Your Honor, we'll be able to trace the family and where the late, she was, as it said that she's a student at Daystar University at the river. Since she was not a tenant of the place where she was found, Your Honor. Again, to that process, if you grant us orders for 10 days, Your Honor, working days, so that we can cover, since even the body of the deceased had injuries in the shoulder parts. As well as, Your Honor, we record the statement of other witnesses. Your Honor, if the 7 respondents be given a bundle cash bail, Your Honor, since where they were arrested is a rental houses, Your Honor, there might be flight risk, where will be a burden to trace them. Your Honor, for all that, I'm seeking for the 10 days, working days, Your Honor, so that I can be able to complete my investigation. Thank you.
In leaving the party, the deceased slipped and fell, and the fall proved fatal. Falling from 12th floor, Your Honor, you would expect that the deceased suffered substantial injuries, so even the injury on the shoulder or neck will be part of the injuries that will occur when someone falls from that height. First thing I would like to say, Your Honor, is that the respondents are traumatized by the event. They have never experienced something like that in their life. So as we speak, they are totally traumatized. And after arrest, all of them have recorded statements with the police of what transpired. In fact, the statements were recorded in the absence of their advocates or even their guardians. Your Honor, the investigating officer has identified in the affidavit 3 things that have not been completed. One is identifying the body. The other one is recording a statement from the administrator, Daystar University. And the other one is to analyze the phones and the CCTV. You know, those are all matters that are not capable of being interfered with by the respondents. They already have their phones. The investigating office team has their phones. They have already collected the CCTVs. And therefore we believe that there will be no interference by the respondents in that process. Your Honor will note that all of them are students and they are doing remedial classes as a result of the lecturer strikes in preparation for their...
So Daystar University? Just striking Daystar?
The deceased is the one who is from Daystar University. The rest are from the Kenyatta University.
All of you are from which university? Which university are you?
Kenyatta.
You?
Kenyatta University.
You? You? Huh?
PKU.
And you? Which is?
So quite a bit of them that are doing their exams very soon, and they are doing remedial classes. Your Honor, specifically the second respondent has had a liver transplant. And he's on strict medication and other regimes of observation. and will be very greatly prejudiced if he is held in custody for long. So, Your Honor, what we are saying is that these are all students who have parents. Most of the parents are in court and their guardians, and therefore they are not a flight risk. As soon as the parents were informed, they traveled from different parts of the country to be with them, and they are before you. We therefore pray, Your Honor, that you will release them on bail with directions that they be released to their parents and they be reporting to the investigating officer maybe once every 2 days, so that then they are able to also undertake their studies. The parents will guarantee that they are available when and if needed, and the investigations can be concluded safely, because they don't have the capacity to interfere with the remaining part of the investigations. I know my learned senior has got something special to say. I would rather want to conclude, Your Honor. Thank you.
Balance the relief as against the investigation which the IO is addressing the court on. I particularly agree with the fact that statements have already been written and that the learned application from the IO, for example, speaks of the CCTV, that they would be wanting to look at the CCTV, and it is my submission to this court that the CCTV is something that really can be looked on without any further ado, as against students who are not yet charged but suspects and who are having exams to deal with. I also emphasize the fact that being students, they are known where they go to colleges, and that the issue of disappearing to thin air, Your Honor, humbly cannot arise. Your Honor, I wish to say that the youth of this country are the future of this country. Therefore, I'm persuading you to see the importance of them going on with their classes so that they can do their exams. But more so, Your Honor, I wanted to talk about the accused number 7. No, the suspect. Yes, sorry. The suspect. The respondent number 7 as a small child. A baby that she lives with. A baby she drops at school. Child who is under 3 years old. So she goes to college, and in the evening she picks up the baby from school. So I'm persuading this court. She goes to a school in Westland, not Westlands, Gachie, the side of Gachie. The baby daycare. The baby is under 3 years old. Yeah, so for her to go to college, she has to drop the baby, then pick the baby in the evening. So I'm persuading you, Your Honor, that you consider the fact that there's a small child who will also suffer if the 7th accused continues to be detained. So having said that, Your Honor, I also confirm, without wasting the court's time, that the parents and the guardians of these students are in court. And even if Your Honor ordered that these students appear at the police station every single day, so that they can also be able to accomplish the other side of their life, the education, then that would be it. Your Honor, therefore, I'm persuaded, and I wish to persuade this court, that the balance of this argument rests on the fact that you kindly give them a chance to be able to go to school, and the seventh respondent be able to go and take care of a child. So I don't know whether my learned friend has something to add, but that's my humble submission.
Having had a candid discourse in open court with all parties involved, under the circumstances, all the respondents being held for 7 days at Backlands Police Station will have a mention before this particular court on the first day of November 2025.
December. December. 1st November. December.
1st of December, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.